insight. Please stay with us as we come back to you for our next discussion as well. Now we move on. Russia's Defense Minister Andrei Belousov has met in Moscow with his Syrian counterpart Marhav Abu Qasra to deepen defense cooperation following Syrian President Ahmad al-Sharaa's recent Moscow visit. Belousov has said that the meeting between al-Sharaa and Vladimir Putin gave an additional impetus to bilateral defense ministry ties as both sides discussed implementing promising areas of cooperation and securing Russia's bases in Syria. This comes after al-Sharaa hailed a reset in ties with Russia on its first official trip since seizing power from Kremlin ally Bashar al-Assad, who had been granted asylum in Russia and is now subject to a Syrian arrest warrant. In Syria's new foreign policy, al-Sharaa has said that the country is rebuilding relations with all regional and international countries, and he has pledged to honor agreements with Russia as well. Now we welcome back Peter Baum. He's a foreign editor at Weekly Blitz, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Peter, for joining us again and staying with us. Peter, now why is Russia and Syria renewing their defense cooperation, and how does it affect the balance of power in the region with ongoing conflict?
Okay, please don't be misled by this recent discussion. Russia's influence in Syria has been absolutely destroyed after years of political, military and financial investment propping up the totalitarian Assad regime. In a matter of less than a year, all Russia's influence, all Russian military infrastructure was wiped out by a combination of the incoming Syrian regime, the Gilani regime supported by Turkey, and the annihilation of its weaponry and its ports by these Israelis who were trying to defeat Hezbollah at the time. This discussion, this renewing of relationships, I assure you, is not going to see Russia have any influence in Syria. It may be a decent publicity stunt for the new Syria regime, who are showing political nous in engaging with Russia, but it is apparent that neither the Trump administration nor Turkey, who are now a major force in the region, and nor for that matter Israel, will allow Russia to have any of the kind of influence she had during the heady days of supporting the Assad regime. I think this is an astute move by the new Syrian administration to engage, but I see no role for Russia going forward in a renewed Syria. By all means, keep diplomatic relations and discussions open, but as far as Russian influence in the area is concerned, those days are numbered.
And Peter, building on your answer, you mentioned why it is in Ahmad al-Sharaa's interest. Don't you think what do you think is Russia's interest here? And also, don't you think there is a conflict of interest as Ahmad al-Sharaa's government has arrest warrant issued for ousted Bashar al-Assad, and he could be in Russia?
Isn't this the paradox? And I think you've actually confirmed my own thoughts. You see, Assad is a wanted man in Syria. Now it could be that by, as you put it, renewing diplomatic ties with Russia, the new Syrian regime may actually ask for Russia to give over Assad. Highly unlikely, but as long as the new Syrian regime can be seen to be trying, that would please their domestic base, or part of their domestic base, that was brutalized by the Assad regime. So as I said in the previous segment, I believe this is a very astute political move by the new Syrian regime, and I expect them to keep those diplomatic channels open whilst at the same time ensuring that Russia will play no part in the power play in Syria. But I think from a domestic political point of view, it's a very astute move.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much, Peter Bohm, for joining us and sharing that insight throughout our news as a foreign editor of Weekly Blitz. Now we move on to Mexico. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has said that she has voiced